What is going on, guys? My name is Orokaboss. Welcome to today's community showcase. Now, we have Greenskins up against Bretonnia. And let's check our Greenskins army first. So as we can see, our Greenskins general is actually very experienced, and I definitely think picking Hammer of Gork is a very viable strategy against Bretonnia, because traditionally, if you bring like a skirmish heavy, melee heavy loadout, you can actually get out skirmished by Bretonnia, and also those knights are so fast, and you can't really contest the cavalry fight, which means you always on the losing side in terms of a skirmish. So I figure bring Doom Diver or bring Hammer of Gork is actually very valuable in this case. And also, given in this case our Bretonnia player actually brought full squads, which is primal target. Anyways, let's check the army. So we do have those are Warlords boys up in the front. Oh no, those are Epic Nunis because they're unbreakable. Okay, and then we have 3 Forest Goblin Spider Riders. These guys, in my opinion, are super good, but I mean they're not as good as Bretonnia Knights, but they are pretty decent Knight Cavalry, and they do poison damage. And then we do have Orc Beacons, Heavy Hitter ×4. We have Gobos ×4 just in the front to scream for those beacons, and we have another beacon up in the back, so 5 beacons. And we do have a Spider Queen here, and the Spider Queen is actually what's gonna contest those Bretonnia Knights. And also we have Wuzak on foot, is that? On his boar, and Wuzak is actually rocking makings.At, which is fantastic. And we have Wag, we have Get Back Here, we have Foot of Gork, we have Fist of Gork, and Brainbuster. So a lot of spells. And here we do have King Luan leading the way for Bretonnia, and King Luan is actually rocking a lot of things. The Sword of Crown, Lion's Shield, which is okay, and Stand Your Ground, Manhuri, Foe Seeker, Ladies Champion, Blessing of the Ladies, and did not rock that Sons of Bretonnia. And also we have Questing Knights ×2 on the left flank, and Questing Knights and Grail Guardians. Wow, so 3 Questing Knights, 1 Grail Guardian. And also we have Peasant Mobs up in the front. We have Spearmen at Arms and the Man Arms, pretty much just chaff units. And in the midst of them we have 2 Foot Squires and also 1 Spear Mass in the back. And then for the caster, we do have a Damsel with Law of Beast, and that Damsel is rocking just summon. Okay, so here's the thing. So if you want to bring Law of Beast, and you just basically for the transformation of Kadang, you don't need the Power Stone, because you have more than enough Winds of Magic. Actually, you're gonna waste like 40 Winds of Magic if you just only bring this one spell. So I would always recommend you can bring either Ember Spear or maybe Flock of Doom. In that case, you can fully utilize your Law of Magic. Otherwise, after you summon 2 Manticores, I mean the Power Stone itself is a waste, because everything it provides just basically got wasted, and also you don't have any other spell to utilize those what's left of the Winds of Magic. So that's a little bit things I want to put in there. And here, as we can see, Luan already engages those Epic Nunis, but Epic Nunis gonna just sit there and fight. But I don't really like the decision of our Orc player, just basically sacrifice them. And here, this Questing Knight is gonna do a lot of damage to the Gobos. Actually did not do as much damage as I expected. And here, I believe Wuzak is looking for that huge Foot of Gork. Let's see whether it's gonna land or not. and the Grail Guardians on the left flank is butchering those goblins. Come on, I really want to see that. Anyways, so oh, is that it? No, that's not it. Anyways, so those goblins actually suffered a lot fighting those Grail Guardians. Oh, is that a? I have no idea what happened. Uzak is not going for that, and now Luan is actually going for Uzak. But here it comes. Wait for it. Oh my gosh, that's what I like to see. And those companions really just got stomped on, literally stomped on by Foot of Gork. Amazing, dropping them instantly. But on this flank, on this flank is pretty much all Bretonnia. And the thing is, Bretonnia actually engaged orcs like full on while the WAG was active. So that was in favor of orcs as well. Because I just feel like whenever I play against orcs, I just never confident enough to engage orcs full on while they still have WAG. Because if they just engage you with everything and then just pop WAG and all your infantry just gonna die instantly, which is pretty much the case here. But here we just got a overwhelming advantage on the orcs left flank, and all these guys can just pour into the back. But we do still have 2 reserved orc beacons to deal with them, which is okay. Uzak is right now fighting that summoned Manticore, and with the support of Ragnar Queen and also this foreign spider riders, and the companions actually got taken care of quite nicely, which is nice. Like, this is really close. And let's see what's gonna happen next. So Luan is just flying onto the sky. Oh, that's a really nice Brainbuster right there. And those goblins gonna escort companions outside the map. And right now, I think the focus should be on these questing knights. Really need to get rid of them before they are gonna charge into the back of those beacons. Oh, they got stopped, which is nice. Fantastic. And there's gonna be another Summer Manticore there. And here Luan is actually supporting the left flank, the orcs left flank, which is, I really like this move because you have a really big advantage here. You have all these troops, so why not send a terror causing Luan to just basically help all these guys to kill the beacons faster, right? And on this flank, because of Wurzak and those Nightcalf and also 2 full health orc beacons and the Spider Queen, I think he's pretty much in favor of orcs. So it's still really even, and the balance power actually showing so. Alright. So 2 Summon Manticore both target Uzak, and Uzak is in a lot of trouble, needs to get microed out here straight away. One of them got timed out, which is good. And I gotta say, those Orc Beacons actually did a fantastic job at killing those Question Knights. Amazing. Oh, there's gonna be another Brainbuster right on top of this blob, causing a tremendous amount of damage, which is nice. Fantastic. And the Queen is gonna have no problem taking care of that Pharaoh Manticore. And right now, I definitely believe Bretonnia has the number advantage, but both sides actually dying, losing models quite rapidly. And we have a really strong pocket here. 2 Beacons, Epic Nunis, Wurzak and Ragnar Queen. And Luan is actually really brave, just dive onto Wurzak straight away. Like, if right now he can cast a Effigy-At, that's gonna be really good. Oh, Grow Guardians are here. Oh my gosh. Now, because Sword of Chrome also popped, Wurzak is in a lot of trouble. The Summon Spider is gonna help a little bit, but I'm assuming Wurzak is gonna get just. There you go. Wurzak can't stay here. That's what I'm saying. Wurzak needs to be put out straight away and cast that Effigy-At onto the Luan, and that basically use the Forest Spider Riders and also the Summon Spiders together with the Queen to basically take care of Luan. If Luan can pop the Foe Seeker, he can get out, but if not, oh, I think that's a questionable decision. I think right now everything should be focused on Luan. Ignore those Grail Guardians because they're not gonna do a whole lot of damage, and just focus on Luan. I think is the way right now. And also, Wuzak himself is not really in a very good position here. Everything is really dicey here. Like the game is really close. Wuzak needs to chase. I don't think macroing him out is a wise decision. And also those forest spider riders needs to keep Luan on the ground as well. There you go. Just basically, because if I am Orc player right now, I would literally just select everything, like just drag everything and just click on King Luan non-stop, and if just wait for that effigy that get CD. As soon as I have that, I just gonna pop it and just pop everything else. Now Luan actually got flied up, so that flew up. So basically, that was a really how to say? I think that's really pity, because I can definitely see Orc player kill Luan right there, right then. Anyways, so now Bretonnia all of a sudden is in a very bad situation, and here I don't think popping Wag is actually a good idea. And also Wuzak just got himself cornered again. Oh, nice downs, by the way. Just basically maybe go to this direction. There you go. So still good, but it's just really comes down to whether those forest spider hatchling and the forest spider goblin riders can actually keep Luan on the ground. Basically, because right now, obviously, what's left of Bretonnia doesn't really stand a chance against this blob, except Luan. Luan is the biggest threat. And the spiders are still not targeting King Luan. That's really a shame, because I think it all comes down to Orc didn't successfully keep Luan on the ground, and Luan just basically cycle charge Wuzak, and if Wuzak dies, then Spider can't really do much just by himself or by herself. Come on, just click on Luan, please. All these guys are still just not doing anything, and these guys need to just clapping as well. Come on, clapping. All right. So Luan right now is definitely in a very dicey situation, but because of those Grail Guardians, he's gonna get fly up again, I suppose. Man, it's really close, by the way, really close. Let's see some cinematics. Fantastic. And I gotta say, Orc player actually popped a perfect wag the first time, but the second time I don't like the wag. I think the second wag should be a little bit conservative, and especially when Luan land, that's the time to pop the wag. And now sort of Chrome got popped, which means Wuzak is probably gonna die here. Like literally, Bretonnia just used like a 13 model left Grail Guardians together with Luan to just basically rout off everything here, which is very sad for Orcs. And it all comes down to the move I mentioned before. If Luan died right there, Orc would basically have this in the pocket. But right now, doesn't look like it. Even all these guys die, doesn't matter, because as long as Luan is still in the game, he's gonna kill the spider queen and basically seal the deal. And I can already see this is gonna be a Bretonnia victory, even though I think Orc player brought a very competitive list, and also Orc player actually played really well, especially that effigy.At and Foot of Gold combo took out that companion unit completely, which is fantastic. Yep, those question knights are still online. Hatchlings, Hatchlings about to die, but really Hatchlings needs to support the queen. and Question Knights are coming in. King Luan is coming back in. Spider Queen is taking a lot of damage. Oh, these knights are coming back. Maybe Wuza can come back. That's a really risky move right there. If Wuza come back and, you know, maybe pop another spell, I don't know. Maybe Wuza is not come back. He's only got 200 HP and he's routing really close to the edge. But here, as I mentioned before, this is the way to fight Luan. Just basically use your hatchlings or forest spider, like goblin spider riders, to keep Luan in the ground, and just use Queen, because Queen is anti-large, to dish out damage onto him. And in this case, we really need that leadership buff. You see the spattering hatchlings actually routing already, so that's because Luan was causing terror. And yeah, I would say that I haven't seen a really close Greenskins against Bretonnia game like this for quite a while. I think both generals are amazing. And now we're gonna see the glory of the Queen, Spider Queen against the King Luan. You know, 1v1 duel here. Really graphic. King Luan is with that flaming sword. And that's it. We have a Pyrrhic victory for Bretonnia. Now, as we dive onto the scorecard, Knights always gonna perform, but look at the kills on the companions. They're supposed to rack up at least 100 kills, but they got just basically comboed, which is fantastic play by our Orc player. And also, the Scroll Guardians performed really well, and they are surprisingly effective in this matchup. I guess because of the lack of AP opponent. I guess. I mean, but Spider Queen is gonna dunk on the Scroll Guardians. Anyways, full squads gain a lot of value, surprisingly. And look at the kills on Orc infantry. This is why I think Orc has the best infantry in the game. Just only one unit didn't perform. All the rest of the units actually performed extremely well, especially those epic Nunis. They were fighting. They were the first unit engaged, and they stood up all the way until the end. Amazing. Enough. Hammer of Gork didn't perform as expected, I should say. Maybe swap Hammer of Gork with a Doom Diver, so you can dish out more damage onto the cavalry before the actual engagement happens. And also, I don't really like how Orc player played those forest Goblin Spider Riders. They can't really fight those knights 1v1, but they can be a really support cavalry. Like, if you engage those cavalry with your Orc beacons and then you just run these guys in, they can take out those knights quite handily. And also, if you engage obviously engage those knights or Luan with Spider Queen, and then just basically clapping with your forest Goblin Spider Riders and also the Spider Hatchlings, you can gain a lot of value there. I just don't like using them just 1v1 with knights and just die horribly, because obviously these two units did not perform at all. They just basically got butchered by those knights. And all to all, I think this is one of the closest Bretonnia against Greenskins matchup I've ever seen. And also, it's a very good demonstration of the strategies you can deploy. You can adopt when fighting Bretonnia as Orcs, because traditionally Orcs really struggle against Bretonnia and the Empire, this really mobile with heavy cavalry factions. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. If you enjoy my contents, please consider to subscribe to my channel. And for now, Orokaboss signing off.